So Kim, can you tell me about how Andre sustained his brain injury?
Sorry.
It's okay.
When Andre was 19 days old, his dad fell down the steps and dropped him. And they estimated the drop was about 13 feet from where he fell off the steps to where Andre landed. He was brought to the local hospital, and from there he was airlifted down to HCMC, where they told us that he likely wouldn't live. He went through 3 blood transfusions. So they did the plasma, and then he clotted. About 2 hours later, they told us that he would be in the hospital for a few weeks. We went home 7 days later. So it was kind of a miracle from the beginning. When we left the hospital, the doctors didn't think that Andre would ever walk. They said he would never talk. His first surgery, 3 months after the accident, and that was to place a shunt. He had a cranioplasty to help close the skull fracture. And then he had another shunt replacement. He started having drop attacks. He ended up having a resection in the brain where he had the temporal parietal lobes removed. He had a corpus callosotomy to help stop any spread of future seizures. He's had 15 surgeries. We've been in the hospital over 70 times, all because of the fall and the brain injury. So the Minnesota Brain Injury Alliance has been a huge support system for us, and I truthfully don't know where we would be without them. When we were in the hospital for the first week after the injury, the Brain Injury Alliance came to us and said, we've got this program. We're willing to help you as much or as little as you want. We just want you to know we're here. Do you mind if we call you just to follow up after your stay? Wendy was a resource facilitator, and she would call every couple months. I remember a couple times she'd call and she's like, "How's it going?" I'm like, "Good." And she goes, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "No, I need to cry." And she'd say, "Okay." And she just let me cry. And that, I can't tell you how much that means to a person. That was really huge for me, just to be able to have that resource to lean on. And she would send me things like, "I don't know how to talk to Andre's school about this," or now he's starting like mainstream kindergarten. What should I do? And she's like, "Well, here's some resources that the teachers might want." And she was just so good. Anytime I called her, she was so good. Or she would call me always at the right times. It just seemed like she knew. They've really been the backbone to our recovery. I could go onto the website and just search for caregiver support, and there's information there. The Birth to 3 program at the school district that the Brain Injury Alliance set us up with was huge. I didn't know about that. All these things right in our community, and we don't have any idea. So without an organization like the Minnesota Brain Injury Alliance, I think a lot of people they get stuck. They said he'd never walk. Well, he did at 2. He's reading, he's writing, he's telling time, so it's the stuff that he's overcome has been incredible. And you give him a challenge, he's going to overcome it. Because if you can make it through the day with a brain injury, you can pretty much make it through anything. I mean, Andre's tons of proof.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too, honey. What? Oh, thank you.